me to Zoom live, preparing to live stream the meeting.
Perfect. That should give you a pop-up that will show you the actual live stream of our current meeting.
All right, it's just loading.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit.
Oh my God, we're famous.
All right, so now once it's live, let's share that link with Ryan. So you can share it right here so that Ryan can get to the link and see the stream.
Okay, so how do I just,
I can stop share so that you guys can do that.
so this thing that says, so copy streaming link?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, and I'm just gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah. And Ryan, you should also be able to see it in your Zoom window where it says live, and you can click custom streaming service, and you can click view
Copy streaming link.
Yeah, and then you'll see that we're actually live at that point, and everything's just kind of going.
So now I'm going to go to that YouTube stream. Uh-oh.
You can see it working, right?
Yeah, it was like a little delayed, but
Exactly. Now, for this specific stream, I set it so that it's an ultra low latency mode. That generally will slightly reduce the performance and make it a little bit more intense on the YouTube servers. The standard way of setting these things up, at least to have like the most reliable stream, is have about like a 20 to 30 second delay. If you guys want me to make all of these in low latency mode, so it's like that 5 to 10 second delay, then we can do that for all those streams. But this is essentially how it's all working. It's one click. Anybody who's alternative host has the ability to just click and then launch it, and it's all working like, you know, I guess in tandem, which is what we are going for. Now, the neat part is I'm actually going to share my screen now, yet again. And I'm going to show you guys what that looks like on the back end. All right. Let's put this here. Let's go over here.
this is so cool, Uzo.
Thank you. So this is all the meetings that we've got going on right now. These are the scheduled ones.
Mhm.
They're all queued up. Let me show you exactly what that's looking like on my personal YouTube account. Actually, we'll roll this out. I'll get my actual YouTube account going. Click this, YouTube Studio. And then we click the Go Live button. And then you can see that we have this stream going right now. This is the one that we're on right now. That's all the information that's in this like single source of truth when we're actually dealing with it for Lefkowitz. You can see all the analytics that are associated with that. Now you'll also notice that there's another stream, and I'm gonna kick that off on my other account here so you can see that they're all working in tandem. So ideally, we get this stream going. And let's go here. Okay, so we had resolution errors. Let's put it at 720p. All right, so then what we'll do is we'll just change the stream key here. Create a new stream key. Test. It's good. Manual settings and boom. Good. All right, so then we got that one live. Cancel that. Go live. All right, now we're live on that one as well. We'll refresh this page. And now you can see that we have this live stream and then the current live stream of my current machine. So we have two live streams going. So essentially this is what it would look like. But imagine this multiplied by like 3 in order to get our 6 live streams. When we're done, all we simply have to do is close the meeting, and then YouTube will automatically end all of these streams. And then we can pretty much go about the rest of our day as normal. So it's all set up and ready to go.
So Uzo, so you already have the links available. Does that mean you've already named the live stream and stuff? I think we just want to make sure that we're putting the appropriate polish on the naming of it. And it looks like you have. If you just steal what's in the SSOT, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're not broadcasting the staff hub.
Yes.
And then So I guess walk me through, Uzo, what does Saturday look like? And timing, do you have to jump into every room once? Are alternate hosts going to be responsible for this? How does that work?
As it's currently set up, anybody who's listed as an alternate host can kick off these, like any of these live streams. All they'll have to do is do exactly what Kenzie did, which is clicking those three dots to get them more, and then just clicking, stream to a custom live service. As soon as they click that, then all of this will kick off on the back end, and then everybody's links that we send them out, or however we disseminate the actual public links, will immediately start going live.
So again, and then to that point, it's more over to like Kenzie of communicating that to your team that's working this. What time is that happening, right? Because you don't want the live stream to start an hour before the arguments and then everybody's just watching chit chat.
Yeah.
We also need to make sure that everybody knows that like the entire, even when it's in between sessions, what are we going to do in those moments? Are we going to just let it ride? I mean, there's just a lot of softer things for you to kind of manage and coordinate on your side. It seems like Uzo has the X's and O's in place for us. I'm really most concerned of making sure that the staff that are running each courtroom know what they need to do once and just set it and forget it. I think we're in a better position, right? Because Renee is always going to be in her room, right? And Catherine's, right? Instead of her having to manage like 6 rooms, she's always going to be. So I think we just need to take a moment, maybe on Friday, to get them acclimated with that.
So I set up a meeting with them actually this afternoon, I was going to go over like the schedule and those kind of things and what I'm expecting from them. So I can invite Uzo you to that meeting so you can explain this. But I think it shouldn't be complicated for them, really. I think you made it really easy. All they have to do is click that button, they're good to go.
Absolutely. There's one thing to consider though. These live streams are currently set to both auto start so that you can click it. You don't have to go to YouTube and then try to enable it there. But they're also set to auto stop as soon as the meeting is over or as soon as the meeting is ended. So this is contingent on if those meeting rooms are remaining open from 11 to 5.
Yeah.
If that's not the case, then what we should do is not enable auto stop, and then that room will manually have to stop these streams as soon as we're basically done with it.
I think you keep it as is. I think just when you're done with a courtroom, because at a certain point, a courtroom will be done. There's nothing else happening in it. Just instruct the people to end that meeting. But don't end a meeting if there's, let's say, an hour gap and something else is going to happen later. So I think they're going to start to taper off as the event goes on.
Yeah, so the schedule of events is the first argument starts at noon and it will go until 1:20. Then you have 20 minutes of like downtime, I guess, in between arguments. So I'll tell everyone who's like on screen. So like the bailiff from Finnegan, INTA staff, and the judges, I'll tell them to turn off their cameras for the time being. And then, the next round starts at 1:40. Students will start to come into the courtrooms at probably like 1:30-ish or whatever. So it's really only like 10 minutes of downtime. And then that goes for another, hour and 20 minutes. And then there's 20 minutes. And then those courtrooms will finish. Every courtroom will be done except for courtroom 1 where the award ceremony will be hosted.
Yeah, as long as we just once we start the broadcast, it won't stop until this unique Zoom meeting ends. You guys have it. And if somebody's like, turn off all cameras, mute all lines so that you're not broadcasting weird side comments or something. But, it is possible that John Bow will want to be watching something and he goes to courtroom 4 and it's just an empty stream because there's nothing happening in that room. You may just have to be ready to answer some of those questions. Hey, Kenzie, I'm in courtroom 4. Nothing's going on. It's like, because there's nothing happening. We didn't turn the lights off of the stream. We just turned the lights off in the room so that you don't see anything. I think just that could be out there, but all of these 6 rooms are going to be broadcasting until they're not. Might get an Etienne. He's like, I went to courtroom 5. There's nothing going on. It's broken. It's not broken. The action's in courtroom 2 or something like that.
Absolutely.
Now, the only other piece, and maybe you can update me, is Sheila had hinted about a concern with consent and all these people being on camera and knowing that it's going to be broadcast. Where do we stand on that?
So everyone who's part of the competition knows, and they're all in the middle of signing consent forms now.
Okay. How
So
are they
that should
signing
all-
consent forms?
I just sent them a copy of our consent form to like fill out and send back to me. I
Okay.
didn't do through DocuSign or anything.
Okay. Yeah, we
Um,
can certainly do those if you need it, but since you've already started that. All right, so we're working off the assumption we're good to go.
mhm.
I think we just need a little time on Friday with the team that's going to be doing these things. Uzo's really now shifting to at least being more of the stream guy.
Mhm.
I think once it goes off and it's working, he does nothing more than monitor.
Right.
I'll be close by for more Zoom triage, but again, I don't think you're going to need me, because if somebody's like microphone isn't working, that's on them. It's 6 Zoom meeting rooms. I'm pretty sure they're all going to work just as smoothly. So I'll be close by, but I'm not going to be like actively in meetings. I'll be on monitoring Teams. The only other thing, Kenzie, is, just let me know when we want to, maybe tomorrow, just before this meeting. So include me on whatever meeting you set up with the Catherine and the Berna and Sharon and all those folks. Because probably right before that, we'll want to re-invite them to the team. And I may even want to make sure we finalize the single source of truth by today, so that when we introduce them to the team, they're looking at the file they need to see. Because I almost don't want to include the YouTube keys and stuff for them. I might create a second tab that, this tab has everything, and then maybe the primary tab is just the stuff that they need, which is how to get to the meeting room, who's going to be there. Are you going to fill in like the bailiff, the judge, all that stuff?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the TTAB to confirm like who they want in each room. And so once they get back to me, hopefully by today, I'll be
Okay.
able to send that.
All right, so we'll look to, I'll look to see whenever that meeting comes through, and looks like maybe something went through. We'll just get all that sorted, and I'll plan to introduce them back to the team just before that. We'll use that as a final kind of walkthrough call.
Okay.
All right, and then last but not least, I got Greg on. Of course, this wouldn't have been possible without him. He's got some questions about anything that we want to do on the social media side for like pushing this. So that's all you, Greg.
Yeah, I guess my questions are we publicizing this? Like, what's going on? I mean,
Yeah,
Kenzie-
so I just spoke with Sheila about it, and essentially what we're going to do in social media for now, and she's going to talk to Carol about it, just so we're all on the same page.
Sure.
But I think what we're going to do is just say like live streaming, like national finals of the left quiz competition. Like if you'd like to, view, please email competitions@inta.org, and then I'll send the link. So we're still monitoring who is, able to view.
Okay, so that would be tomorrow, I imagine. You want me to post that?
Yeah, we're just waiting for the like releases to be sent to me.
Okay.
So hopefully I should have them today.
Sure.
What if we don't get all consents?
If we don't get all consents, I mean, it's a question of if they're disagreeing with the consent or not, really. Is more like the bigger issue, but if they don't sign it, then I'm going to call them, email them,
All right, so
And
we're
then
going to work
decide.
off the assumption that you've got that sorted. The one other thing I think you should have on your plate, Kenzie, is what if the streaming doesn't work, right? Let's think worst case scenario. Do you have a communication? Do you have a language for grant? Just in the case we said it's not working, we're not doing it
Mhm.
because it's happening right now. I don't want to disrupt the competition.
Right.
To get the live stream, and right, so I think you should also just have in your back pocket that scenario that for some reason Uzo trips on a cable and the lives, it doesn't work like that, but just let's pretend. Right, and it just doesn't work, and we have to do that, like, sorry, it's not working. We'll brief you of the results. I think it's safe to just have that in the moment that urgency needs to be communicated. I don't think we're going to need it, but I think you may just want to have that prepared, because you'll be the one who has to because you'll hear from Uzo and I and just be like, it's not working, we can't get it to work, right? I don't think that's going to be the case, but in the instance that happened, maybe YouTube goes down, right? We can't do anything about it. We just have to be thinking of that moment in time where we can just say, we're going to send this. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think we
Right.
should be prepared for it.
No, I totally agree. So great suggestion. I'll make sure to have that communication ready in case.
Um,
But I think what you've set up, Uzo, works really well. So thank you for doing that, and all the polish there, and adding it to the single source of truth. So just a couple little things to check off, and can't wait till 5 p.m. on Saturday till we have a year to breathe on this.
We should be done. I'm pushing them to make it a really short award ceremony so that we're done by 4 at the latest. So hopefully even earlier than that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be home on Saturday. I'm not going to be sitting in front of my station, but I'm going to have my phone on me. And if I'm tagged on Teams or I'm chatted on Teams, I'm going to see it immediately.
Okay.
So I'm never going to be far away. I'll have everything at the ready. But again, I don't think there's going to be anything concerned with Zoom. We're going to want the Catherine and the Sasha and Sharon's after the meeting tomorrow to check their links, right? If they can't, but I put all the same alt hosts for all the meetings. So Catherine could go help Sharon. Sharon could go help Verna, right? Any one of us that were added as alternate hosts. The group you provided, myself, Sheila, Uzo, we all have kind of that super access. So we should be fine on the Zoom side. I think we're covered on the YouTube side. And then it just becomes, just another run it back of regionals, which I think went crazy smooth. So that's good.
Yeah, so I think we'll be fantastic, and I don't think we'll need you guys, but I appreciate that you are around.
Be close by.
Oh, and also
Same
just
thing,
to
if
let,
we use the
yeah.
team to just communicate like we're ending and these things are starting to end.
Yeah.
As meetings end, I think for our call on Friday, it might be good to say, Catherine ended the meeting, just say on the chat, on the team thread, like, I ended this meeting, because I don't want Uzo to see a stream die and be like, that one died. I want him to understand that Catherine terminated the meeting. He sees it terminated on his side and we're good.
I also asked Kelly, obviously, for the comp days for you too as well, since you are behind the scenes. So she hasn't gotten back to me yet
No
about
worries.
one,
We
but-
appreciate that.
Okay.
I'll defer it to Uzo because he's working hard on this. So, yeah, that's all.
All right. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. So appreciate all of your work.
Absolutely no problem.
We'll get it. Thank you.
All
Uzo,
right.
you good for your next meeting?
Yeah, I am.
You could probably kill this live stream. I don't know who's watching us in the world, but
Oh,
Everyone.
No worries. As soon as the meeting's over, it'll be done.
All right. Thank you guys.
See y'all later.
Bye.